Hello and welcome back to an all-new episode of Caregivers Community. I am Danielle Gray. Today's topic is about when hospitals fail. Not all the time do hospitals fail their patients, but sometimes they do. So I will give you a detailed list of things that you can do in order to switch your team out or your family member's team out so you can get the better care that you deserve. And if things do not change as far as medical teams or care, you have every right to take it a little bit further. So let's talk about just the small details to begin with. You should be keeping a notebook of all the care that you are receiving, whether it is good or bad. Dates you should be putting on, and it should be detailed notes on whether or not your doctor has ignored you, gaslit you, mistreated you, refused to treat you. Keep those all in a notebook so you have an example to go to your head of your department in the hospital, where regardless where you're at. Also, if there is any type of visible to the naked eye evidence on your body, such as bruises or wounds that are not healing or things that are taking a little bit too long, that can be used as examples of mistreatment. Take photos constantly of these things until they are taken care of. That way you have a detailed date and time stamped on your photos, and you have examples of just the mistreatment. Having photos and a written notebook of all of these things is actually really helpful, because the more details you can give to the head of the department in the hospital, the easier it is to get the respect and the care that you deserve. And also, you need constant evidence. You're almost like a detective, a medical detective in this case, just so people can actually believe you. So things can change. You can also go to, if you do have a social worker, you have every right to complain to that social worker about how you are being mistreated in the hospital that you are being represented in, because the social worker is supposed to be a neutral person who is supposed to take notes on both the doctors and yourself. And you have every right to complain about the staff that is mistreating you in this way, because this is your life, and no doctor or nurse has the right to mistreat you. They are given an oath to actually do no harm. So when they are presented with you doing any form of harm, you can actually start to work on a process of complaining to them, complaining to the hospital in the head department of where you are currently at, whether it be a cancer center or somewhere else. You are allowed to complain to that department about the care that you are receiving, because the doctors and nurses were given an oath to do no harm. So when they start to do harm, they need to be notified by the head department that they are doing harm. Once again, once you've collected all of this evidence, it may take up to a year, it may take a couple of years, but if the treatment that you are receiving keeps getting worse and worse and worse, you deserve to be able to book an appointment with the head of the department in the hospital, wherever that department that you are currently being taken care of in, and report them to the head of the department. And the head of the department should be able to move you to a new team. If they refuse to move you to a new team, this is where you take more legal action into things. Then you are going to obviously complain to the head of a medical college. And this is if things do not get better from the head of the department and they do not listen to you and do not take you seriously and do not give you a new medical team and do not look over the doctors that are taking care of you to have an investigation. You have every right to move into further legal action. And that means that you are allowed to get a medical lawyer to look into your case. You are also allowed to complain to the head of the college for medical stuff. Just Google your local head of the department for doctors and nurses, and you are allowed to complain to that college about what medical treatment you are receiving. And from there, there should be more legal action taken. I mean, this is when things get really bad. Most of the time, things should be taken care of. You are also allowed to change hospitals for a second opinion if you feel like that you need to, if you're not getting any changes made as far as a new team in the hospital that you are currently at. You are allowed to switch hospitals if you feel like that is the best route for you. You are allowed to do anything that makes you feel comfortable as far as you're concerned with your body and your health. Nobody in medical care is allowed to refuse you as a person and your care. They are not allowed to refuse you with religion, race, sex, or anything, orientation or anything. Nobody can mistreat you based on those things, and nobody can mistreat you based on past medical history. You are allowed to be treated by doctors, and if the doctors refuse to treat you, you are allowed to go to somebody for a second opinion, and if the second opinion does not please you, you're allowed to go for a third opinion, a fourth opinion, a fifth opinion, until you are happy with your results. Now, in this world, hospitals, I feel like, have been either failing patients or just refusing to care for them properly. I don't really know what's happening in this world as far as the medical system, but I feel as a caregiver, a family caregiver, that the system is failing families, and it needs to change because family members take on more of the responsibility that the doctors refuse to care for. And that isn't right. As far as I'm concerned, as a family caregiver, we do not hold the power, we do not have the resources to actually care for our family members the way that hospitals and doctors and nurses do. But when it is being put on the family caregiver more and more and more, and they're doing more of the work and fighting more of the system, that's when something is broken. And if it's you that is being mistreated by a hospital, and you are just one person and your family member is just one person, can you imagine the amount of people that are being mistreated by those same people? Because there are 8 billion people as family caregivers in Canada alone. Can you imagine what it would be like across the world being mistreated by a doctor? The medical system's not just in Canada, but Canada needs to be completely burnt down to the ground, the medical system, and we need to repair it completely because there is just a lack of empathy, humanity, and care that is being presented to this world. And if it is happening in Canada, I can only imagine it is happening everywhere else in this world. The fact that doctors are getting away with treating people so poorly is beyond anyone else's control. We do have the control, but the fact that we have to keep fighting not only a terminal illness or a disease or a sickness, and also fight our hospitals on top of that is not what medical care should be about. We shouldn't have to fight a disease, a sickness, a terminal illness, and then on top of that, fight our hospitals to get the care that we deserve, and rightfully so deserve. We are human beings. We deserve to have care that is proper and care that is just our right. We just deserve to have proper care because it is our right. We pay taxes in Canada. We deserve to have the care that we pay for. And I feel that way is same with the states. I mean, the states, they pay out of pocket and insurance, and they deserve the care that they rightfully deserve as well. And I don't know other countries, but I sure as hell believe that you deserve the care that you are, the best care that you deserve, regardless of where you live and what country you are from. Now, I hope this information has helped you in some way. I know that this is a process that I'm currently going through, so I don't want to give any details away. I'm just really frustrated as a family caregiver to have to not only see a loved one fight illness, but also have to fight the system to be treated like a decent person and have the care that they rightfully deserve is kind of ridiculous. So that's why I made this video today, because I wanted to educate people, because I didn't know this information to begin with. And if you're like me, you don't know all the information that you need to receive something, and in order to take the further steps to be able to fight something. I hope this information has helped you in some way, because when we're given the information that we need, we can take further steps to actually make change in our own lives. So I hope that this video has helped you in some way, and I will see you again next week. Also, I just want to mention that I am selling merchandise on my channel. It's in my description link below. And yeah, if you're looking for a Christmas present for somebody that you know as a family caregiver, or just wanting to gift yourself something that is just really nice, and I just wanted to create kind of a little bit of a power movement for caregivers to wear loud and proud and to feel a part of this community, because we are a community and we are a team of people that are, I feel like, are heroes without capes. So check out my link below and check out my merchandise. And I really appreciate all the love that I'm receiving and all of the views that people are giving to my channel. I mean, every view counts and every subscription really matters to me. I know that I'm a small channel to begin with, but I do really just appreciate, I'm so grateful for all the love and respect that I'm receiving on this channel. I work really hard at coming up with ideas every week to present to all of you, because I just want to inform you about everything that is going on as a caregiver, and to further give you information that you may or may not know about, and educate you when I am being educated at the same time. So I just want to be able to help your life be a little bit easier. Yeah, it's just a learning process, and we're in it together. So thank you so much for watching my video, and until next week, thank you again, and let's put the care back in caregiving. Bye for now. Bye.